What's up, ladies and gents? It's K-Tup here, also known as Kyle Tupper, on behalf of myself, Noah Nadu, and all of Central United. I won't talk for too long here in this introduction, because you're about to have to look at my ugly mug and listen to my ugly voice for the next 45 minutes or so. So, just wanted to give you a quick introduction to the podcast. This is the Unnamed Podcast by Central United. Something new we're giving a shot to here. You're listening to episode 1 right now. Hopefully there will be more episodes in the future. We hope to do this weekly. But yeah, you can find it on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all of the like, anywhere you find podcasts. Not 100% sure where exactly it's going to go up yet because I'm recording this in pre-production, so we will see about that. But I won't keep you guys too long, but if you do enjoy, leave a like, leave a subscription, and drop a follow, whatever action you can take to support the podcast. It is greatly appreciated. Follow us on all their other socials, Instagram, Twitter, etc. at iRacing. And without further ado, I'll let you guys enjoy episode number 1. So take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bums! Welcome to the not even named yet podcast. Hey everybody. Noah, do you want to introduce yourself?
What's going on, guys? I'm Noah. Nice to see you guys all. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, I'm Kyle, or K-Tup. Noah's my partner in crime here. We're going to be causing some carnage on the podcast scene now, I guess. I've never done a podcast in my life. No, I don't think you have either.
Same. I've always thought about it, but never got into doing a podcast.
So we have absolutely no clue what we're doing, so please bear with us. This is going to be very interesting. I can tell you that.
It's going to go in, yeah.
At the very least.
It's not going to go perfect.
No, it's not. We do have some topics, though. That's a good start. We have topics, but we don't have a name for the podcast yet. So
no. So if you have any name suggestions, just let us know.
Yeah, please do let us know. I think we should come up with a working title to start with, though. No, I want you to throw some ideas off the top of your head right now.
Damn. Wow. The Scuffed Cast? But I feel like there's already a
I'm pretty sure that's taken. There are like 5 Scuffed Casts already, I'm pretty sure.
We can't be the Cumcast because that wouldn't. I don't know.
The Casting Couch.
Casting Couch?
Yeah. Noah, do you not know what the Casting Couch is? Noah, do you not know?
Oh,
Hold
I do.
On. Okay,
I know, I do.
You really didn't seem like that registered with you. I was like, dude, there's no way he actually thinks we're being serious about this.
Between 2 brain cells.
No. I don't know. I was thinking something like. Something simple, you know. I was thinking like the brake check or the gearbox, like something memorable like that. Something 2-syllable, something simple.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll definitely have to think about that because we kind of just went right into the podcast. We didn't even have a name yet.
Yeah. Well, we don't need a name. Like we can just kind of, you know, it can be.
Yeah, we could publish it as the Unnamed Podcast.
The Central United Unnamed Podcast. Actually, I kind of like that. The Central United Unnamed Podcast. The Unnamed Podcast by Central United. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's different.
It really does sum us up that we're very not polished and we have no clue what's going on. So I kind of like that idea, honestly.
There's a Red Sox podcast I listen to called the Name Redacted Podcast.
Oh, God.
Because they used to be with Barstool, and then they took the rights to the name, which was Section 10, so they just call themselves the Name Redacted Podcast now because they're not allowed to use their old name, which is pretty funny.
That is really funny. We haven't done that, but we do have a Barstool account.
Oh, yeah, we do. Come Barstool. Shout out to them.
Hayden lost the password to it, so shout out Hayden if you're listening to this right now.
Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me the slightest bit. It was Hayden and Coral, actually, that were running it. I think Coral lost the password or just never gave it to Hayden.
That seems more likely.
Which is sad, because I kind of want to take it over, which I know it's kind of, like, counterintuitive for, like, the owner of the team to be running the Barstool, because it's supposed to be, like, independent and, like, unaffiliated, but I still think it would have been funny that I could just tweet my wildest fantasies. No, if you had access to the Barstool Twitter, what would you tweet about?
I would absolutely destroy our social media manager for not posting enough. You know.
You want to tell the people who our social media manager is, just so they know who you're flaming.
Our social media manager is Kyle Tupper.
Yeah, you want to point to him on the screen.
He's like right over here. Is he on this side of me, or is he on this side of me? You on this side or this side? You're like over here, right?
I'm not telling you.
Oh boy, I'm just gonna guess you're over here. Right there.
I wish I had an incorrect buzzer set. Hold on.
We gotta get a soundboard.
No. We have a soundboard. Hold on.
It's gonna be a couple seconds late. It's not gonna hit.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, hold on. It's muted. Hold on.
Oh my god. Oh,
you won't even.
The Discord sounds. Are you gonna do the cricket?
No, it's not a Discord. We could use the Discord sounds. That's so smart. No. Okay. That's a Burger King Whopper ad. Sorry. Hold on.
Whoppo. Oh my gosh.
Shit.
We're getting off track already.
Yeah, we go off track a lot.
It does seem to happen.
That was supposed to be a racing.
You can just use this one.
I like that. It shows up like, you know how like when you press it, it shows up with like the image or the logo of whatever it is. Yeah, that showed up like in the middle of your face.
We do not care.
It showed up in the middle. L. He's giving me an L. That's not nice.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so we don't have an incorrect buzzer. Oh, you're gone. Oh, you're back. Sorry, I minimized your face for a second.
That's all good. What do you
The people will probably be happy with that. You're supposed to laugh, Noah. That was a joke. No, you're supposed to laugh. I just made 2 jokes. Can you laugh, please? You're ruining the fun. You're a dickhead. You are such a dickhead. Anyway, next topic, because you're going to try and be a...
Next topic. Our first topic?
Go ahead, Noah. You introduce the topic. You introduce the topic. If you're such a good podcaster and you want to talk shit, what do you mean we haven't even what?
We haven't even got into how we met or our backgrounds.
Nobody cares. They want to hear about racing and cum.
That's facts.
That's facts. But we should go into that, Noah. We should.
But we should
just because we wrote it down on the worksheets.
Yeah, we did write down the worksheet, and I feel like people that aren't from our communities wouldn't really know why we did this, or maybe they don't care, but we're gonna tell you anyways.
They probably don't, but I can't blame them.
Yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't care.
No.
But Kyle and I met through Rocket League through a organization known as the Flash Mob. We were the only, not gonna say the only 2 that really did anything together from that, but
shout out to Flash Force 4000 on Twitch. I think he's just Flash Force now.
He's just Flash Force now, but he's the only reason we really met. And then we'd hang out in a couple of each other's streams, and then we decided we kind of hung out outside of streams and played games together. And then randomly one night we'd put together cum. I don't know if Kyle has anything to add, but it kind of went. Kind of how it went, and we've been close ever since. We met each other at a couple of lands.
Sorry, I just did a bottle flip. It was off camera. Nobody saw it, but I landed it. Yeah, we have
at a couple of lands. If Kyle has any pictures, he can put them right here.
Yeah.
I'm giving you.
Yeah, you're already giving me editing work after our social media guy that we've been working with to help, like, with growth and social media stuff has given us like a couple ideas. One of them was start a podcast, and like we're starting to work on videos and long form stuff, and like I'm already gonna be up to my nuts in editing.
But now
I was like, can you add a photo of the 2 of us into this little podcast that's literally just supposed to be you finish and then immediately upload it? But can you just add a little picture? Can you add a little picture to it first, please?
Yeah,
by God, I'm gonna do it. Well, they can't see your hands. No, you gotta get them in the frame. There you go.
Right there. It's like
below
us, right?
Actually, there is a little box for pictures right below us. That's a very good point. Here, I don't think I have a photo on my computer. I was gonna say I'd put one up, but I do have the capacity to put things up in that board if we want to. If we want to do.
We could do that when we talk about our area team, possibly.
We could.
That
sounds like a lot of extra effort, but we could do that.
Segueing into our next topic.
Wow, I was gonna talk about how romantic it was when we first met in real life.
Oh, it was really
actually
romantic.
you should tell the Tristan JetBlue story actually first, I think.
Whew. So I actually didn't even almost make it to go meet Mr. Kyle Tupper here. I have a friend in real life named Tristan. Well, it's not that this isn't real life, but like I knew him from high school and middle school and everything. But I was going with him to the LAN, which was in, I believe this was the was it the LA or Texas one? I'm pretty sure it's LA.
Oh, that's right. We saw each other in LA and Texas and Boston. Yeah. So we're 3 now. I thought we were just 2.
Three times. But in LA was the first time. My buddy Tristan went to go buy the tickets, and then he did something wrong where he used his points and cash. So he paid like double, but he thought he did, but he really didn't, which was the thing. Like he used the proper amount of points and cash he should have, but he called JetBlue very angry. Said some choice words and got us kicked off the flight.
Yeah. Do you know exactly what those choice words were? No.
Pretty sure. I can't repeat those. Some of them that he said.
Yeah,
But
probably not. I don't know what the exact terms of
probably
service
shouldn't repeat those words, but he did say them. But he eventually got us back on the flight. Worse seats than we should have had, but he called and apologized profusely. We eventually got on the flight. We made it somehow. We almost got it kicked off again when we got to the gate, but that's another.
Yeah. No, please go on. Please do elaborate about.
He was complaining about the tickets we got instead of the tickets we were supposed to have, and then they're like, we can just take them away again, and then I had to stop him. But we made it
probably,
to LA.
Probably would have been deserved at that point.
Yeah, we made it to LA. I was walking into the venue with my buddy, and all of a sudden, this really tall kid walked up to me. He's like, "What up, Noah?" And it ended up being Kyle.
Wait, did I introduce myself to you first? I thought it was the other way around.
I thought I was standing up by like the Lamborghini, the one that was in the middle.
Casual flex right there. Standing by the Lamborghini. I parked my Lamborghini there in the parking lot in LA, priority parking at the Rocket League land, and I pulled up in my Lambo.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? They had the Lambo right in the middle of when you walked up the steps, in the LA venue. It was like right outside of YouTube Theater there, and then I was standing out there, and then I think you might have been with Brooke.
I was probably with Brooke, yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, and then you came up and you're like, "What up?" And it was like, "Holy crap, it's Kyle Tupper!"
Oh my god, my hero! I love him so much. And then we kissed.
I still know you were wearing your white shirt. You were wearing a white shirt that had like some colored text down the side.
No, it was the Benetton shirt. Hold on,
Benetton, and I was wearing the yellow champion shirt, which is probably somewhere in this room.
That's like the
Hold
only
on.
shirt that you own is like yellow champion.
It's over here somewhere.
We're both away from the cameras right
I'm gonna find it right now.
Any audio listeners, I apologize. You are going to have absolutely no idea what's going on right now, but I just invite you to like picture it in your head and just listen. Oh, yeah. See, this is what we were wearing when we first met each other, and now I'm gonna take my shirt off. So the audio listeners, you're gonna see me take my shirt off. You're not gonna see me take my shirt off. Everybody else is. I'm gonna get naked on the camera. So audio listeners, that's a sign to go subscribe to our YouTube and check that out.
That's true. You got to see Kyle Tupper
naked right now. Without a shirt. And
what else?
I don't actually have my shirt off, Noah, but I'm just gonna tell him that. See, the audio listeners have absolutely no idea that I'm shirtless right now. They have no clue.
No clue. Not a single clue.
Not the foggiest.
Actually, these ducks are one with you in Texas.
At Six Flags. Yeah, you were too scared to go on Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast. So
I would have died. I would have got sick.
Yeah.
I would have got sick.
Yeah, you probably.
Actually, I got a couple of them from Dave. These two were Dave and Buster's.
That's right.
This one was Six Flags one.
Yeah. Well, and then in LA, you guys decided to walk on foot to Crenshaw.
Yeah, we walked on. No, yeah, well that happened too. But we were staying in Inglewood, about a mile away from the stadium.
Not a great city. Not a great city for people who aren't familiar with the LA area.
Well, it's not the top city of California. We'll put it that way. That's another whole story. We were walking home from the event one day, and the fireman walked up to us. He's like, "What are you guys doing walking out here?" And we're like, "What do you mean? We're just walking back to the house." He's like, "Nope, not a good idea." I'm like, "Sorry."
Didn't he say, like, I've never seen anybody that looks like you walking here? I was like, wow.
Yeah, he said exactly. He's like, I never seen 3 white kids walking down the street at this time of day. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not like it was a weird time to be walking.
Yeah. Well, that was a movie, that trip. We lived such parallel lives because, like, I was in this bougie hotel, which I'm a college student. It's not like I have money. Like, I'm not trying to say and brag that, like, I'm rich or have money or anything. But one of my close family friends works for the LA Chargers. So we got put in their hotel in Manhattan Beach. It's just gorgeous. There's a private golf course out in the back. Meanwhile, Noah's in some tiny-ass house down in Inglewood.
It was a nice house, though. It was a nice house.
It was a decent house. But yeah,
our Texas house was nicer. We had a pool, an outdoor TV in the Texas house.
Yeah, we've lived the dream a few times because of Rocket League events.
Yeah, honestly, that's how we met. Well, I said that already, but we met through Rocket League. So we still have to go back to our roots every once in a while. And we just saw each other probably 2 months, not even 2 months ago at the Boston.
Right. Yeah, it was it even August or was it mid-July?
It was early August, I feel like.
Yeah, well,
August 7th, I think it was.
Maybe. Yeah, because Worlds was like the next week almost. It was pretty close after.
Right after.
Because I was going to say, I remember last year Worlds were like middle August.
Oh, well. Yeah, in Texas. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. No matter. I think we've covered ourselves enough here. We can stop talking about our beautiful faces and start talking about some other beautiful faces and not so beautiful faces.
Yeah. We can move right to our area team if we want here. Area. There's a lot to say about area. Do you want to start right with our first season? Like our first
season? Yeah, I was about to say. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with area, first of all, you should be familiar with area. So, shout out to all the area people that are listening. I'm probably going to shamelessly plug this podcast in your Discord server for the sole reason that we don't want to replace the happy hour, but we kind of want to fill that gap from the happy hour. We'll talk a lot. We'll talk a lot about area in here. So, any listeners who could care less about virtual sim racing, you can skip to a timestamp that I will put
right here
on the screen. I just gave myself more editing work, didn't I?
You did that to yourself this time. I didn't do it to you.
I thought 4 separate times through that sentence, shut your mouth, you're just giving yourself more editing work. Meanwhile, I kept on saying it. So I guess I'm going to put a timestamp right on top of Noah's face.
Right here.
Right on Noah's head. Yeah, right where he's pointing. That's the timestamp to skip to if you couldn't give 2 shits about virtual Xfinity car racing. If you do care about area, though, we'll go ahead and go into story time.
Right here. Yeah, so season 1, that was an experience. We'll just say that. We thought we were good enough, but boy, was that a mistake.
Yeah, that sounded so theatrical. You're like, you sound like a narrator of like an actual story. You're setting the stage for me here. Anyway, yeah. So for those of you who aren't familiar with area and decided to stay anyway, it's an oval racing league. They run trucks. They run the Xfinity series. They run the Cup series. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday is when they run. So go check them out. Area iRacing on almost all socials. They're kind of lit. Oh, yeah. But anyway, besides the point, I digress once again. It's a pretty darn competitive league. I don't know where it stacks up. Like I'm not familiar enough with the iRacing scene to be able to tell you for sure, how good of a league it actually is. But a lot of people that run in other leagues and are pretty consistent race winners come to area and they're mid-pack guys. So area's a good league.
Area is very competitive.
Yeah. Little did we know, because these guys made the brutal mistake of following us on Twitter in our first couple days of infancy. Which
it was probably like day 4. I still remember the screenshot. You're like, oh my gosh, your iRacing followed us.
Well, yeah, I was like hyped up. I was like, look at this crazy iRacing league that just followed us. They're kind of good. We should check them out. So we looked into it. We're like, what could go wrong? I'd been playing iRacing for like 5 or 6 months. I don't think Noah had ever touched iRacing.
I was 2 months at that point, but with a controller.
Oh, no, that's true.
Maybe 1 month.
Yeah, because it was after we did Bathurst. Bathurst was our first race as a team. Well, the Summit Point 150 was our first race as a team, but Bathurst was our first official race as a team. But yeah, so we did not know what we were getting ourselves into. So
we thought we could compete.
We did think we could compete.
Were we wrong?
We were like, we'll be a mid-pack team. It's oval racing. It can't be that hard, right? First race at Daytona. I think. Did we all show up?
So my iRacing would not open for Daytona.
That's true. We practiced a lot for Daytona. We practiced
Daytona a lot.
We had an awesome hype video and everything.
Yeah, we were so ready. I was so pumped for Daytona.
Maybe if you guys are lucky, I'll put that down in the video box as well. That
was a good intro to it.
It was really good. And then our performance did not back it up in the slightest.
No. So my iRacing wouldn't open. What else happened in that race? James Brown killed one of our drivers.
Yeah, so James Brown brought out a caution. I don't remember what lap it was. It was like 60 laps. James Brown was our third owner at the time. He has since departed the team. He's still a good friend. He still hangs around from time to time, but he's no longer, with us as an owner. However, he was our third for the season. It was me, Noah, and James. And none of us were good. Like, none of us were even close to good. But so James is running in the pack. I think he's like 4 laps down, but he's still in the pack.
Still going.
And Steve Durham,
he had a massive headache.
Yeah, he did have a bad migraine. Steve Durham, one of our current drivers right now, who drives for us in area
we'll get to that, though,
our second season, which we'll get to. He's a lapped car, so he moves over to the wall. James Brown gets about 50% of the way past him and then just turns up into the wall and just left fronts the shit out of Steve Durham, just smokes him into the wall for absolutely no good reason.
The podcast blames not the podcast. Wow, we're doing a podcast. The broadcast at the time blamed Steve too.
Yeah, the broadcast blamed Steve, and I think Race Control put it down as a racing incident. So somehow we got away scot-free from all of that.
We still got called to the hauler that week, I'm pretty sure.
We got called plenty of times to the hauler.
Oh, yeah.
We only ran 2 races, and I think we got called to the hauler both times. Yeah. So the second race was at Rockingham. I think I crashed like 5 times.
I crashed 3 times. Oh, I don't think I actually ever made contact with anybody in that race. I just I took myself off the track, and then they're like, "Come back," and I was like, "No."
Yeah. Noah pulled into the pits, and they were yelling at him to come back and get on the track and keep racing. And Noah was just like, "No, I think I will.
I'm done."
He was like, I think I'm good. I think I've had enough." Which it was probably the proper decision to take in that situation.
I was a little bit slower. I think by lap 7, I was already getting lapped.
Right. So we scored
15 points.
We scored 15 points
for the season.
Yes. This season we scored close to 800.
This season was major improvement for us.
Well, yeah, because first of all we ran all of the races. Second of all, well, we had one guy not show up for one race. Yeah, he had a valid reason too. He was proposing. He was proposing to his fiance, so I think we could let that one slide. Yeah, it was fine. But yeah, we were quite a bit better, I must say.
Yeah, so this season we the 3 drivers that we ran, actually, so I'd say 3. We technically only had a team of 2, which the team that was scoring points for us was Casey Lacatis, the number 50 car, and Steve Durham, the number 1. But Spencer Brown was also technically part of the team, running the 95 this year for us.
Spencer Brown had our best finish actually on the season.
He did. He was a top 5. He got a 4th. And if Travis Beckner didn't hit him, they would have been looking at the top 3.
No, don't name drop Travis Beckner right now. He doesn't deserve that. So we didn't finish last. So here's the thing: we only had 2 chartered drivers that could score points for us. So only the top 2 from each team score points in every given race. But
we only had 2.
We also only had 2. Most teams had 4. 3 or 4. We only had 2. Every other team had 4. So if one of our guys had an off day, we're basically missing out on, double the points that any other team would be missing out on.
Yeah, they have a lot more chances to score decent points than we did.
And that's not saying even if we had 4
that's
drivers,
not an excuse making or anything, but that's just the facts.
Even if we had 4 drivers, I still think we're a middle of the pack team. I think we'll be even better next year. We're definitely improving our lineup, but I don't think we would have beaten a lot of these teams anyway. But it was still really impressive. We finished ahead of, I believe we finished ahead of Hartman Coupe Motorsports, and we finished ahead of Darnell Racing as well. So we did not finish last.
We got an 8th place finish, which we were very happy with, considering that we had 15 points the season before.
Yes.
Going into this season, we were happy if we just didn't finish last, and that's exactly what happened. We
outscored our current points total in the first race.
That is very true. We got, what was it, 40-something points the first race?
Yeah. It was more than 15, I can tell you that much.
It was definitely more than 15. And the 15, we took us 3 races, I want to say.
Yeah.
So, pretty good.
Lovely.
But this season across all series was fun. Cup, I'm pretty sure Nicholas ended up being the winner.
Yeah, it was Jake Nichols.
And then
which was a surprise. The season before, Jake Nichols was just dominant. I think he went on like a 7-win run or something. He went unstoppable.
He was great. And then he had the same kind of thing toward the end of this season. He picked it up because I know the beginning of this season was a lot of James Scioli.
The middle and end of the season was also a lot of James Scioli too. Yeah, maybe not as much in Cup, but still quite a bit.
Cup,
it was Scioli and Nichols battling for the title
in the Cup
anyway.
Series.
Yeah,
and Truck Scioli dominated.
Yep.
Trucks was very big, interesting the first 3-4 weeks for the cautions.
Dude,
that was crazy.
Well, the trucks caused the entire league to shut down at one point.
I thought that was no. That was Spencer Brown who did that after he finished top 4.
That's
literally
right.
After that race.
Yeah, no, it was the Pro Series at Charlotte, actually. No, Trucks had the Hank incident. That's what happened.
Yep. Yeah, remember Hank?
Good old Hank Caston. Shout out if you're listening to this. I guarantee he's not. He probably doesn't even exist anymore.
He's gone. He's just gone.
He wasn't real. No. He caused like 8 wrecks and then tried to argue that he shouldn't have been parked because it didn't say directly that he should be parked in the rule book.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault apparently or something.
I think 15 people in a row sent screenshots that said the admins were able to assess penalties at their discretion, even if they didn't fall into the exact procedure in the rule book. Because he was like, "Oh, it shouldn't be a race ban; it should be like a probation." I'm like,
what
no,
was
dude.
the meme? It was like Hank not like stopping.
No, it was like it's like the handshake meme, right? So
Yeah,
one side is like it's like Hank on track, Hank in the Discord, and it's not stopping in the middle. That's actually really funny.
It's really funny.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Oh, focus your camera. Good job. No, you ready? You ready now? No, not focus. I'll wait. Oh.
But
yeah, the Hank incident. That was a good time. Also, the All-Star race was a good time. Oh, that wasn't really controversial, but that's one of the most absurd finishes I've ever seen
to a
race. Period. Just like back up a little bit from your camera, then back. Not closer. Oh, there you go. Or maybe wipe off the moldy cheese stains on it.
Bro.
With your greasy ass finger. Yeah, anyway, lots of stuff happened in area this season. It's funny too, because in the off season, stop showing us Pikachu.
I'm trying to get the focus.
In the off season, and even like after we decided to pack it in after last season too, we were all like, "Oh, area's a bunch of bullies. They're so mean to us. They're also
we're like, we're never going back.
We're never going back to area. We're never going back."
It was like 2 months later. I was like, I think it'd be pretty fun if we had a team to watch next season.
And I kept being like, "No, dude, no. I just want to make content."
I was like, we need to do it.
Meanwhile, 2 months later, here I am inviting people over to my apartment to freaking watch our virtual races.
It's fun.
Watch party. It's so much fun, dude. It's so cool. It's nice. It's just nice to be a part of something.
Yeah, exactly. It's something like that. The broadcasts are amazing. Yeah. Shout out to SimTV.
It's easy to take it seriously. Yeah, big shout out to SimTV. Kyle Heyer especially. That dude works his
Maybe we can get Kyle Heyer on here in a few weeks, few months.
That possibly. Would be fun.
That'd be pretty sweet. That'd be cool if we can get a few interviews like that.
That would be really cool. I would enjoy having Kyle on. Kyle, if you're listening to this, first of all, I love you. Second of all, hit me up. Yeah.
Yeah, hit us up. We need to do something together here. He is the GOAT. But going back to the area season, much improved. We can go over some of the driver stats. I know like Steve Durham had 2 top 10s within the last 3-4 weeks of the season, so that was awesome for him.
Well, we also had the battle for 28th between Steve Durham and Michael Muhammad. That was pretty hot topic throughout the season.
That was a very hot topic in the area Discord too.
Things boiled over a few times between good old Steve Durham and Michael Muhammad.
Muhammad, if you're listening, we apologize. Not really. Kinda. But it's gonna be Steve.
We apologize for Steve. It was great content. I'm not complaining, but yeah, Steve was Steve. He ended up winning the battle for 28th, by the way. Steve did indeed come out on top of Muhammad. But yeah, there was so much shit being talked between those two. It was like it got bad at sometimes, but it was really funny. I think everybody enjoyed it except for the two of them, and I think even Steve enjoyed it a little bit.
Steve enjoyed it a little bit. Yeah. He still secretly talks to us about it sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll hear it. But
tell him that. Yeah, two
behind the scenes. Behind the scenes.
Yeah, 2 drivers that just seem to get caught up in every single wreck this season. Actually, Steve was pretty clean. I think Steve had more of a reputation for wrecking in the previous couple seasons. Yeah, but it was mostly because James Brown was on track taking him out.
Yeah, that's very true. Shout out to Steve. I think I voted for him the most improved for the season. So
me as well. I think also a big apology to Steve. I don't know if I ever gave him this as well, but he told me, I'm not 100% sure if this is accurate, but he told me that I was the one that crashed into him at Rockingham as well last season.
We're going to have to look into that.
We're going to have to look at the replay on that one.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, but he said supposedly a 31 car that was pink hit him at Rockingham, and I was driving a pink.
That would be you, because we did the breast cancer awareness shirts. Yeah. We did the breast cancer awareness cards that week.
I was, in fact, driving a pink
31.
31.
That was you.
That was my number last season.
That was indeed you. You were 31.
The evidence is pretty incriminating, but I still think I'm innocent, to be honest.
Yeah, it could have been you.
No, it definitely wasn't.
No way. It was probably remixing your car.
Probably. Yeah, he stole my... That's right. I remember. He logged onto my iRacing account. That's so true.
But he didn't have a wheel, so...
Oh, well. No, he did. It just didn't work.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah, but didn't he have like a Logitech G25 from like pre-World War II?
No, not the G25. He had the one before that. He had the G23.
Holy shit.
Remember that? It was like the... It was the old, because it didn't even have. It was like the one before ours.
Yeah, right.
What a crazy time that was.
Yeah. Yeah, then we got bullied. And by bullied,
We got
I mean,
bullied so hard.
they called us into the hauler and they were like, "Hey, listen, it's not off. We don't really like to tell teams like you probably shouldn't be here, but like you probably shouldn't be here." Is basically what was said to us.
They're like, "We vouch for you, and you guys are trash, pretty much."
Yeah, yeah. Essentially, that's what happened. So now we just sit behind the scenes and let the people that can actually drive, and they're doing a good job. Yes, we make content.
Oh, we also get called out for that in the area server.
Content. No, it's just because they're boring.
There was the one with the mouse that Jacob Bell called us out on in the
that
Discord.
That was pretty bad. That was pretty. That had some undertones to it that maybe, yeah,
not the best.
No, that was something. Anyway,
so,
do you have anything to add about area? No.
Yeah, next season plans. We could do some teasers about
could
we
do
want
some teasers. Except we don't even really know, do we?
No, just that there might be more than one series we're running. Really, possibly.
There might be.
That's a very possible thing that might be happening next season. They might be seeing Central United in 2 series.
We might even create our own league.
That's not going to happen.
No, that's not happening. We do have Formula Dream, though. We will talk about
Formula Dream. We can talk about that too.
We will talk about Formula Dream.
We will segue into that pretty soon.
That's so true. But yeah, Brad Slaughter, if you're still listening, can you please answer my DMs, please?
Yeah, please. Please, Brad Slaughter.
Please, I really want to buy your charters. I'm so sorry. So there's my
anything
plug.
else area.
Oh, I just want to say that the reaction room for the last race was hilarious too. That had me on the floor.
That was really funny. That was something that they should definitely. I don't know if they can do that more often, but if there's a way to have something like that done more often, that was a really nice touch.
I was laying down dead on the floor when Cameron Hearn, I think, pulled into the pits and decided to retire from the race because he'd been banged around. Keep in mind, a top 4 playoff driver, Cameron Hearn, had decided to pull in the pits. 5 minutes later, he's in the reaction room. He was racing in the other room on Brad Slaughter's setup. 5 minutes later, he's sitting next to the guys in the reaction room.
They all freaked out when Steve Durham was in the fight. Who was he fighting with? I remember he was fighting. And then like he made the pass, and it was like he got bumped a bit, and they all were freaking out in the reaction room.
Yeah, no, they were going crazy. It was Durham and who was it?
Yeah, I remember them freaking out after Steve made a pass, and I was
for some reason I was thinking Greg Mitchell. Was it Greg Mitchell?
It was Greg Mitchell. No, Greg Mitchell was Spencer. I remember him and Spencer made contact. Or no, that was Munsell.
Oh no, it was Steve and Munsell. It was Steve and Munsell. No, maybe it was Spencer. I'm clueless.
Spencer made because I remember Spencer and Munsell hit on the last lap and like a few laps before that.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who Steve was
Steve
fighting
and
with.
Someone made. Yeah, they made it, and then I don't know. It's going off on a tangent, but that was cool. It was a cool thing to have.
Yeah, everybody was going nuts. Yeah, they were fun to watch. Also, a season highlight. This was way early in the season, but maybe it was. I really can't remember what race it was. Maybe even Charlotte, but David Weishart took a big puff on his vape in the pit lane, and they caught him on the video. They had his driver cam pulled up, and he's just taking a big fat doink.
Shout out to Dave Weishart, though.
And I think that happened multiple times too. So
maybe you can sell us 2 of your charters.
No, we already talked to him about that.
I know, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, we're trying to buy the whole league anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob Bell, how much?
Hey Jacob, $20. Take it or leave it.
We get Jacob Bell on here too.
Jacob Bell would be a good guest on.
Yeah, honestly.
The Central United Unnamed Podcast. The
Unnamed
Podcast.
But the Unnamed Podcast.
The Central United Unnamed Podcast by Central United.
Yeah, because really we just talk about anything, so we can't really have a name.
Cool.
Area, Formula Dream. Or area, I feel like it's going to be a big topic once the area seasons go and start back up again. But
I think so too.
Even off-season talk will be fun if we can get a few of the drivers on. If any of you guys listen to this and are interested in joining us any week, just shoot us a DM and we can schedule you in.
Yes, indeed. Unless you suck, then we'll probably just ignore your DM. So if your DM gets ignored, if you shoot us a message or a DM and it gets ignored, it's not because we were just busy and didn't get to it. It's because you suck.
Well, we might be busy.
No, it's because you suck.
Yeah, it's because you suck.
Yeah. We're not busy. we have time
mean,
to sit here and do a podcast and talk about racing on our silly little sim racing account. We are not busy. We're just ignoring you.
Telling them how it is.
Yep. I'm so nice to our fans.
Keita,
yes.
Would you want to talk about Formula Dream?
I would love to talk about Formula Dream. Formula Dream is my child. It's my pride and joy.
Exactly. That's why we gotta have you open this up.
Yes. So Formula Dream is, like I said, it's my baby. It's an AI racing league that we do on Assetto Corsa. It's pretty unique. I don't know of many people that do anything like it. Definitely not on Assetto Corsa because it's pretty damn confusing to set it up. It took me like months to figure out how to do it.
And it takes your PC months to figure out how to run it.
Yeah, my PC, it was because of overheating. I just took the glass pane off and it's fine now. But anyway, it's a fully AI controlled league. Not everyone in our community, but most of the prominent members in our community all have their driver in this league. So we've got people like Hayden, we've got Exceed, we've got myself and Noah, we've got all of our area drives, Casey, Steve, Spencer. They all have their cars in there. Our Rocket League team has a team where all their drivers are represented on there. People like Amy, Josh, the like.
Yeah, there's a lot of the people that are around the community a lot have their team.
Yes, so they have their teams. They set their setups for every week. And if I'm trying to remember the schedule. So we're going to Kyalami on Sunday to start the season off, the 1967 layout. Then we're going to 1975 Interlagos.
Why don't you put the schedule right down here?
I hate you so much. I could definitely do that, but I hate you so much. Yeah, I'll put the schedule there in the nice little box that Noah was so kind to point out.
Right here. And then we can put our Discord link in the description.
Yes.
So if they want to join and become part of the season or next season, they can join and then be a part of it.
We could definitely do that. But yeah, Noah and I broadcast the races on Wednesdays and Sundays.
It's a lot of fun.
Entirely AI controlled. They're not super long races, like an hour long. But it's just I think it's a really nice way to get the community together. And when everybody shows up, it's a whole lot of fun because, it kind of starts a little bit of friendly beef. Yeah, like I think John was going at it with somebody last season, I think.
It was me because I took him out.
Yeah.
I took him and his teammate out. I took Maddie out too in the same race.
Yes, that's true. Factor Bacon got into like 5 different wrecks that were like the most egregious takeouts I've ever seen.
The Factor team were like us in area last year. Virtually.
Well, but Jay was the driver's champion. Factor J was the driver's champion last season, and Factor Bacon was the penalty points champion last season.
He was the penalty point. He was definitely he killed everyone. If you got next to Bacon, you were dead at some point in that race. It was bad.
Yes, but we've got some fun new circuits that I'm really looking forward to. We're going to Adelaide this year, which has been a lot of fun in the testing that I've done. We're going to I really don't know how to pronounce it. Sitges Terramar. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Spanish, but Terramar.
Say that one more time?
It's like a Sitges, Sitges, but it's a 66-degree banked oval, and it's like a kidney bean shape. You done? You done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. You can
it's like a kidney bean shape, so it's a really fun track. We go to Avis. Avis is a fun track. It's just massive with just a brick wall that's just banking on the other end. Go to the 60s layout of Monza that's got the oval and the road course combined. 1966 Spa, where that one really rainy race happened and only like 3 people finished on the lead lap. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can happen. The pits strategies end up like super affecting the race. They're all really fun.
Yeah, a lot and sometimes the AI just AIs, which like it's kind of jank. Sometimes how things work out, like cars will just go into the pits and not come out, but like that's part of the beauty of it for me. Like nobody's really racing for anything. There's not like a prize at the end of it or anything.
No, they're just some people thought that might have been last
Some people did. We did have somebody throw a temper tantrum and leave the server because their driver kept crashing, and they thought we, as the FIA, were making unsafe decisions, knowing damn well that Assetto Corsa doesn't have safety cars. If there's a big pileup, we'll try to like make up a red flag where we just start the race again. But like, come on, there's only so much we can do. It's AI control.
So mad at us.
Like we had no control over that race. As soon as I start the race, my hands are off, and there's nothing I can do except
we just watch and announce. Yeah. There's like once it starts, whatever the AI decide to do.
Right, but that makes it a lot of fun. It's a blast.
We were rigging it for our team to win, even though we came in almost last place.
We did come in last place, I believe. I think we did come in last place.
Shout out Central United.
Yeah, shout out Central United. We were terrible. I think I got a couple race wins though somehow. But yeah, it's a
You did.
blast. So this Sunday, what is the date on Sunday? Is it the 3rd? September 3rd,
It is
right?
the 3rd.
Yep,
3rd.
September 3rd. I think we're going to go around noon-ish. That could change, so we'll keep you guys updated on that. But that is going to be the first race at Kyalami. It's going to be on twitch.tv/Central United.
Go.
So definitely go
I'll be
check
right
it
here.
out. Yeah, give us a follow. I hate you so much. So give us a follow on that account. I'm going to have to put it in the box, I guess, like Noah told me to.
Can we multi-stream? No, I was gonna say do it to YouTube too. But we could always post the VODs to YouTube of the race.
That is true. Could do that. That would be a lot of fun.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
too.
Look at that.
I like that. I like that.
it.
I just changed my settings actually so that I can it automatically records whenever I stream, so it will record the VODs for me.
That's good. That'd be cool. That'd be good, easy long form content. It's good content. It's our races, and then if you miss the stream, you can always go back and watch the recorded version on YouTube. I like that.
Yes, for sure. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Noah, do you have any predictions for the season? I know it's all random, but what do you think's going to happen?
Oh man, Blue Balls was on a streak to end the season last year.
So actually, to preface, we did give teams a little more customization this year. We let them choose whether they wanted their cars to be like aero based or higher top speed or balanced, and like we gave them freedom, like do they want a better pit crew, or do they want like better durability, or do they want, there was one other one I don't remember, maybe fuel saving I think was the other one. So the cars have a lot more differences between them now, so they will actually be differently suited more than just like the setups that we gave them before. So there will be some more at play. But anyway, no, I'll go ahead and let you have your prediction.
Oh, I was gonna say Blue Balls was on a very hot streak to end the season. See, it'd be cool if they could carry that over, because to start the season last year, they were awful.
Yeah, then they rebranded. They were Kitten Motorsports at the start of the season.
They were Kitten. They got bought out by Blue Balls Corporation.
By BBC. That was a good great unintentional Freudian slip there. But yeah, they got bought out by Blue Balls, and then
became nasty. Yeah, they became awesome.
Yeah.
Fleabag was in a fight for the championship till the last race until she got taken out.
Yes, that was very interesting. She did get taken out by Coral, though, I'm pretty sure, at Monza through Curva Grande.
Yep.
Although like 57,
we could put that. We could put a clip of that. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm kidding. So we can put a clip of that right here.
I was gonna say we could, but I don't know if I still have the VOD. I think it's gone.
No, I think the VODs are gone. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but this season we're gonna have the VODs on YouTube. So
that's true.
We could actually do some things with that in the future.
Hopefully my PC doesn't crash as much as it did last season.
The VODs would be like in 95 pieces.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. We really did try our best. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have 2 new teams. We have Inter-Europol competition entering now. That's Exceed, who is Mihal Litwinski. He's got Jafeth Barahona, who goes by Icy in our Discord server. And they also have Juno Maximovich. I think I got all of them right. She is Canadian and will be racing for that team as well. That's just Juno or maybe Hostess in our Discord server. Not sure what they choose to go by now. And we've also got the area guys. We've got Casey Licata, Spencer Brown, and Steve Durham going to be running up the grid. So it's just going to be area iRacing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the cars look cool though. They have a nice car setup. Maybe I'll show a couple of the cars down there in the box. No, because I know you're pointing at it. I know you're pointing. I can just see if yep, there you are. There you are. But yeah, it'll be exciting. We've got 26 cars on the grid, so we're probably gonna have to have some pre-qualifying sessions as well, which will throw a spice into the mix. And some of the races will just be flat out bigger and have more cars. So lots of carnage, lots of crashes, lots of death, lots of mayhem, lots of people flipping over the banking at Avis.
And you can come hang out with us as we broadcast in the chat, because we definitely look at the chat. We'll respond to the chat, or not like we're just full in broadcasting mode. We'll take peeks at what's going on in the chat, see who people are cheering for,
right?
That sort of thing.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of good interaction in that. It's a lot of fun. It's a good little team.
I think we might get some guests in the broadcast booth this year too, possibly.
Yes, we will have to do that. Maybe we'll bring in
Kyle
Martin Brundle. Yeah, shout out Kyle. Martin Brundle from F1. Bring him in.
Yeah.
I think he's well within our striking range. Obviously, we're massive, so that shouldn't be a problem if we want to bring him in. No, you're shaking your head.
Max
Is that...
Verstappen?
Yeah, Max would love to come in and commentate on Formula Dream. I'm sure he's got nothing better to do.
His car's already fast enough now. I can need to practice.
Yeah, it is. It is easily fast enough. I was gonna say we can segue into talking about F1 and the Dutch Grand Prix that just happened, but like, it's not all that much to talk about, and
No.
we're at 45 minutes.
I watched a lot of it, but not together, because I was at a car show that day in Connecticut. That's where I'm from. It was like the Dream Ride car show. There was like all sorts of beautiful cars that you'd never actually end up seeing in real life otherwise, like Bugattis, Koenigseggs, all sorts of things. But they had the race up on the corner of like the field. So like I was hearing what was going on. Like I heard mayhem happen on the first lap.
Yeah, well, because it was rainy, it was wet on the first lap.
Yeah,
so
that
was trouble.
And I saw some people decide to pit, some didn't. I think Mercedes was one of the ones that didn't pit. Or at least George, right? They didn't pit George, and that kind of screwed
Yeah, it didn't work.
his race over.
Did not work. And Verstappen won again. Shocking. Actually, Alonso, for a while, it looked like Alonso might have had a shot. Yeah, he finished well. I thought he was P2.
P2 or
I think
P3.
Ocon was P3, I believe.
Yep.
Which was also awesome. Or was it Gasly? Was it Ocon or Gasly?
Oh, man. We don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah,
F1. Who won? Verstappen, Alonso, Gasly.
It was Gasly. That's what I thought. I was going to say Ocon is not... doesn't have that kind of pace. But yeah, Zhou had a big crash. Sargent had a big crash. Ricardo didn't participate, so Liam Lawson filled in for him and overtook Max Verstappen.
Yeah,
albeit he was a lap down when
Ricardo
he overtook
broke
Max
his hand
Verstappen.
in practice the day before.
Yeah, and then Verstappen got him in the next corner anyway to put him back a lap down. But Liam Lawson can say that he has overtaken Max Verstappen this year. Yeah, which is something that not many people have done. I know, like it's a shock, it's a miracle that it even happens. But
maybe they're spending a lot of money on food again over at Red Bull.
Yeah, it's possible. Lots of catering.
Lots of catering.
Yeah,
what's happening?
It must be a lot of catering because they're eating this season. Sorry, that was cringe. I think that's a good stopping point. No, I don't think I can take it anymore.
Sorry, I just muted myself.
Good
after
job.
That. I think that is a pretty good place to wrap it up, at least for this first one. We can get a lot more into area and stuff, depending on our guest and who we have in future episodes. But I would like this as a wrap-up point for today. I feel like we got an introduction done. It was nice to meet you guys. Talked about our area teams a little bit, and then Formula Dream, and a little bit about F1, but we're kind of going to be all over the place. That's why the Unnamed Podcast, at least for now, until we get a name.
Sorry, that's my reaction to us being an Unnamed Podcast.
I like the name almost, but...
Thank you. I also like the name. I think we should never change it and stick to it until it becomes archaic and outdated.
Podcast.
Yeah.
I can make a good graphic with that.
Yeah. No, I'm a graphic design god. This thumbnail is going to be so clickbait.
Is it like a lazy name or is it just a smart name?
Yes.
It's both.
Yes, it is. Ow, shit, I hit my knee.
Oh, don't even talk about knees.
Oh, yeah, you got a car accident. Your car accident will be a topic for a future podcast. Stay tuned. Yeah. He got blindsided at a red light, and that's why he had to miss our race at frickin' Suzuka. We're going to do the Suzuka 12 hours, and then he crashed his car, and we couldn't do it.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that in the following podcast.
Not upset at all. Not upset at all that I practiced for hours and hours on end.
So did I. And we had the car. Our car was beautiful. But we'll have to get into that. That'll be
next time.
How our race at Suzuka got ruined.
Next time on the Unnamed Podcast by Central United. That's what we will talk about. Noah, any final words?
No, I had a lot of fun with this today. I'm excited for a future podcast.
Yeah. I'm also... I'm picking your nose right now.
It's like right over here, though, so I have to like...
No, I'm doing it with my mouse. I'm doing it with my mouse.
Oh. Wow, that's aggressive.
Yeah, I should probably turn it off so that doesn't appear on the screen anymore, but I think that was a good opportunity to do that. There, I turned capture cursor off. You're safe now.
You got anything to say here to end wrap up?
No, I'm probably going to go eat some burritos at the dining court down the street. We do not care. So, rudely interrupted by Noah there at the end. That's where we decided to call it a day for the podcast. I think it was a pretty funny way to cut and end, so I'll keep this nice and short and sweet, but thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It means the world to me. Don't forget to engage, leave a little follow, a like, a comment, whatever you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling a little frisky, you can even retweet it or put it somewhere else or repost it. I don't know, this has been going on Twitter anyway. But thank you so much for tuning in and listening today, and we will see you in a week for episode number 2. Bye-bye.